Okay, we're live again. I don't know why it does this. Okay. All right, I'm back. Again. TikTok's got to get their stuff together. I guess TikTok and Streamlabs doesn't like each other for something because for some reason it just like drops my stream every now and again, like randomly, and I don't know why. It's annoying. Okay, so we're back in this area. It sucked because then I lose everybody who's like watching in that moment. It's really annoying. I don't like, whoa, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, we gotta find a save or something somewhere. All right, let me go through here. Nothing here. Nothing. Hey, bud. I don't know what happened. Well, TikTok for some reason just like hates me, I guess, and it always like drops my stream. I don't know why it does that. Maybe I am cussing too much. It doesn't like give me a real reason though. It just says Streamlabs violation or something like that, or TikTok violation. But it immediately lets me come back, so I have no idea like what the point of it is if it immediately lets me come back, you know? It's kind of dumb. Okay, we're still in the same area. I'm still breaking car windows. And it looks like we found everything we needed here. Alright, let's keep it pushing. More holes in the ground. Another hole in the ground. So we can't go that way or that way. I know, it's like the TikTok mastermind is hearing me. I don't know why. It's so annoying though, because then I lose everybody who's watching and I have to like restart again, and it's just not fun for anyone. Is this a window I can go through or no? We were here like pretty much at the very beginning of the game, and now we've come all the way back. We've done a full circle. So that must mean we're getting closer and closer to the truth. Which I have my suspicion that I already know the truth. I haven't actually looked up what this game is about. I've tried to avoid that as much as possible. I've only looked up like a couple of snippets about the levels just to kind of make sure I know what I'm doing and not just like completely losing it every time I turn on the stream. But I have a suspicion James killed his wife. That seems like where it's going. Okay, there's nothing here. There is a save point over there. Nope. Nothing there. The piano music is creepy. Is it a recurring theme? That's hilarious. Oh, whoa. There's also these like random TVs that I find every now and again that are constantly on, and every time I find them, I break them. Because I don't want to look at the TV, and I don't like the noise it makes. What is this? Discover the secret of room 106. Okay, what's the secret? I don't get it. It just has like a symbol on the wall. What's the secret there? Yeah, it probably will. I know that there's like so many different ways that your ending can be affected. Like how many, I think like how many hits you take can affect your ending. How many I think how many times you talked to this girl Maria who we saw die. I'm just breaking everything at this point. And then I think that might be it. It lets me break all the windows. Whoa, why'd you pull the gun out? Hold on, why'd you pull the gun out? Is that the only room that we can go in? Room 106? I guess so. Wait, what about upstairs? Let me try upstairs. Welcome in, Goob and Yoshida. Yeah, it was this room right here, room 106 right here. And I just got an achievement for looking at that wall that said you found the secret to room 106. I don't know what the secret is because it just looks like it's a wall with some weird symbols on it. Oh, whoa. I hit that and it didn't break at first. Oh, hello. This one's already broken. Room 108. I actually do remember going in this area at the beginning of the game. Oh yeah, and I remember looking at this thing. Well, it was actually Maria who looked at that. Oh look, it's a TV, but it's off. What's in here? Nothing. Let's crawl through here. Doesn't look like there's anything here. At least nothing interesting. Nope. Nothing. Thank you for the like, my friend. I can't read your name, but I appreciate it. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it would say you found the secret. I'm not really, you know, usually when you find a secret, it's like you figure something out, but I don't really know what I figured out there, you know? Okay, so clearly there's nothing else for me to do here. Let's just keep going. Down the street we go. Ew, what the hell? Why is the area wet? I think I heard something. Are we still in... Actually, you know, I don't think we're in the other world anymore. It did... No, it didn't look like blood. Maybe it was blood. Oh, you know, I think I just realized we're not in the other world anymore, actually. Remember when we went through that tunnel with the Mandarin? I think that's when we passed back into the regular world. Because the regular world just looks like, you know, the normal world. And then the other world looks like the ground is all broken and there's like tarps everywhere and chains and things. So that's why now, okay, now I get it. That's why when we were talking to Angela and he said we got to leave this place. Oh, well, no, he was talking about Silent Hill. I don't know. Now I'm just trying to make connections where there's not connections. But we're definitely back in the regular world. That's for sure. That's why there's less enemies now, because there's actually less enemies in the regular world. Or at least that's what it feels like. It feels like there's less enemies. And I had actually explored this area at the very beginning of the game. At the very beginning of the game, it's you and Maria. Maria's like another character that we were kind of rolling with for a little while there. She was kind of weird. And then she ended up dying. She got killed by Pyramid Head. But in the beginning of the game, you go to that motel area and she's like constantly telling you like, hey, we gotta just stay here, and I was like not listening to her, and I was going this way. So all this area I kind of already explored previously. Oh, but I clearly never found that. You see, there's always something you miss. I don't know if that's why there's no enemies right now, but I do remember the last time I came around this area, there was like a lot of enemies around here. Maybe not a lot, but there was definitely a couple. So I don't know if maybe that's why there's no enemies right now, or I doubt that that's the reason, but I think the game is setting me up for something. If there hasn't been a bunch of enemies right now, I feel like we're gonna walk into something big. I don't know what it would be, but that's my gut feeling right now. Look at all this medicine. James Break Windows. That's my name. Oh, there's some ammo. Let me get that ammo. Yeah, there's not that many bosses in this game either from what I saw. I think there's maybe like 5 in total. I guess 5 is a pretty decent amount of bosses though, honestly, for a game. Keep looking at the map because I want to make sure I'm checking every spot. The first boss we fought was Pyramid Head, which we didn't actually kill Pyramid Head. Yeah, 5, yep. And then it was who was it after Pyramid Head? Maybe it was Fat Lip, I think, is what the enemy was called. Or maybe there was another one before Fat Lip. I can't remember now. I don't know if I fought 3 or 2. Maybe I fought 2. Maybe 3. It's kind of hard to keep track. Oh my god, where are we going? It just feels like it's like a walking simulator. At this point, it feels like I'm playing Death Stranding. Except I'm not delivering anything. Oh yes, this is the bowling alley. We were here before. There was like a pizza here. Like a leftover pizza. There it is. It's not interactable this time. Last time it was. There's like a fat guy here. Can't remember his name. Maybe Eddie, I think his name. There's like a random fat guy that we've seen like a couple of times in this game, and he's really annoying. He just like is either crying or eating, and he's like just constantly all over the place. Now that I think about it, each character kind of seems like it's a representation of one of the deadly sins. I know that's kind of like the go-to explanation for these kind of games always. It's like everything represents one of the deadly sins. But I guess it kind of makes sense. I have not, well, nope, I haven't fought Abstract Daddy, I don't think. I've only fought Pyramid Head and Fat Lip. Those are the only 2 that I'm 100% sure I've fought. But definitely not Abstract Daddy. At least I don't think. That's such a weird name for a boss too. Abstract Daddy. Fucking hell. Abstract Daddy. Come on. Where am I going? I keep thinking there's something gonna be in there, but there's never anything. Alright, we were just here, so I don't know why I'm walking back in there. Oh, we've gotten to the end of the road, it looks like. Is this the end of the road? No, it's not. It's close to it, though. There's like a building over here, I think. This is where the Historical Society is. The key that we have, so I believe that's where we need to go. But let me check the end of this road. Last time I checked it, there was like a giant hole in the ground, which I'm sure is still there. Oh yeah. Don't spoil it. I've tried my hardest not to spoil it for myself, honestly. Twitch always just has like a bunch of bots. It's like impossible to find viewers on Twitch or Kick or any of those platforms, I swear. TikTok is like, you find so many people that just come in and then just talk. But on Twitch and all those other places, it's like, I guess that everybody's just watching their favorite streamer. Oh my goodness. Even on YouTube, it's like impossible. I remember back in the day, it was like almost impossible to spoil a game for yourself. Like you really had to go out of your way to spoil it. There wasn't like that many websites that had the game's endings and stuff. And now you can just like walk into a YouTube video and accidentally, well, now with TikTok, honestly, sometimes I end up spoiling a game for myself just with TikTok. Because I'll be scrolling through TikTok and then suddenly, bam, the ending of a game will pop up. And what's in there? Nothing. Yeah, I did that with a couple of shows. I can't remember which one. I think I did that with Pluribus. I've been watching Pluribus. It's on Apple TV. I've been watching that, and I spoiled pretty much almost every episode for me by, and I mean, I did it to myself because I knew it was gonna have a spoiler, and I still kept watching. So I kind of like let curiosity ruin me there. Oh look, another blurry photo. The new clock. What happened to the old clock? Oh look, it's Little Baroness. The maiden voyage of Little Baroness. Baroness, I guess is how you would say it. Baroness. I said Baroness. Redwood. Is that the name of the piano or the company? The Lady of the Light. The Lady of the Light, the unveiling of one of two statues commemorating the local folk tale. I think somebody explained that to us. I think it was Maria. This one doesn't even have anything. The Blacklist series? I've never heard of that. I'll have to check out what that is. We are just like breaking stuff in the Historical Society. That's not nice. Is this somebody's ashes? What does that say? Aqua Plantag? Plantag? Look at these old style cameras. Why is there just like a mannequin head in there? I like some crime shows. I think my favorite crime show was The Wire. I don't know if you've ever watched The Wire, but that was probably my favorite crime show. If it's anything like The Wire, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Oh wow, look at that. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. Okay, so that's clearly Pyramid Head, obviously. Wilst Coal Mine, established around 1850, it remained operational until the early 1900s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of Silent Hill. You haven't heard or watched The Wire? The Wire is really good. But is it a crime show? I guess it's less of a crime show and more of like a cop show about crime. Title unknown, author unknown. It's just a cup with a snake on it. There has been a symbolism with snakes. There was something else that we saw that had something to do with a snake. It was like a snake, a woman, and a man. Waterfront landscape, Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown. A depiction of the local area. The style indicates it was done sometime around the 1820s when the region was far less populated with sparse infrastructure. Okay, but there's nothing there. Oh, look at this one. This one's creepy. Silent Hill Historical Society founders. Why are all their faces blurred out? Okay, hold on.